It's a Chrysler
so
commercial.
how is this whole, seeing this whole Hollywood thing? How's that? And people, J.K. playing you and John Goodman playing you. How's it been affecting you in a way?
Yeah, it's been affecting. I mean, it's exciting to see behind the curtain as to how these things are put together. But I met some tremendous people, and John Goodman has been fantastic. The producers of the show, Mark and Michael and Peter, have just really cared about the specifics and the complexities and getting a lot of facts in there. And it's just been a positive experience for me.
Yeah. What did you tell Mr. Simmons that you did he, clearly he spoke with you and...
No, J.K., he went on a ride along with me. He went out to dinner with me a couple of times. I took him to the shooting range half a dozen times, and I taught him how to fire a pistol properly, sight alignment, breathing. Take your time, squeeze the trigger, don't rush the shot, and he was like, you wouldn't believe the way he was just sucking all this information in. And then, he tape recorded me for hours, so he could get my voice pattern down and the way I speak. And, and he just copied me. I think he got my essence down. I really do.
Did he?
Yeah, I
How
really
about
do.
John, did he get you down there?
Oh, he really did. Yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah, we went out for dinner a few times, talked a lot, and he spent a lot of time looking at video and sort of the documentation of the case. And
Yeah.
he did things that actually were shocking to me when I saw myself doing them. I'm like, wow, do I really look like that? It's something.
I've heard that there's, some were saying this is too soon, that kind of thing, and I think this is one of the most perfect opportunities to tell this story now because I keep showing my shirt. It was so empowering. And do you feel the same way? Like this is a good time to tell this?
Yeah, I think the time was appropriate. I think if they waited another 3 or 4 years, it may not have had the impact that it's going to have. I think showing how the public and the police work together after this incident happened in Boston and while it was transpiring in Watertown, people were giving their cell phones to the police and their cameras and here, just take it, get it back to me when you get it back to me. And the public and the police, the cooperation between them, and then when the incident was finally over and the police officers from different jurisdictions are leaving Watertown and hundreds of people out on the street cheering the police, waving the American flag, it's just so heartwarming. You know?
We need that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Especially for our armed forces, for our police officers in the country,
Yeah, it's a tough time right now, there's no question. But this tells a story that's important because this is an ongoing threat and the story needs to get out there.
Yeah, for sure. Basically, I think Mark Wahlberg, he's like, if we didn't tell this story now, it wouldn't get told correctly. Mm-hmm. That's why he felt like,
right, that's why I said it. I think it's the appropriate time.
Yeah, and working with Peter, was he...
Oh, Peter was incredible. I was on set most nights, and there were times where, they'd be shooting a scene, but spending an hour on it, and, filming it over and over again. And then, Peter would yell, cut, and he'd, Jeff, where's Jeff? And, Jeff, what do you think the way that was going? And I'd say, well, I think maybe you should have done this, you should have done that. It was done this way, this is what really happened. And he'd just throw in an hour's worth of filming and start all over. And he wanted to get this so right, and Mark and Michael, they were just, everybody was just so concerned with getting this the way it happened. And they didn't want to exploit it. They wanted to tell a story the way it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter's intensity on set was similar to my intensity in a homicide scene. It's very, very, it's all business.
Right.
And he's very, very good at what he does.
Yeah. Well, like I said, this was just a great story to tell, and congratulations, and sorry you had to go through all of that, but here we are, so that's how it goes. Nice to meet you both.
Nice to meet you too. Take care.